Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be focusing on how to utilize your days in the quarantine, what schedule you should follow. So let's get started. So today my technique won't be like posing some random advices to you, right? Like do this, do that, or something. I would be genuinely giving my schedule of the day, what schedule I follow, and what are the things I like to do in the quarantine. And I hope you can take some of them, in your daily lives if you feel comfortable and if you're not doing that already in your lives. So that's very important and you can go about it def. So I won't be starting with the day that is today. I would be starting with the night which was before. So basically I would not, if for example if it's 20th today, I wouldn't be starting with 20th, the day I woke up, right? Which most of the videos, you must have seen that, oh, you wake up, you do that. Instead, it's very important the night before. So the 19th, the 19th night is very important. Before sleeping, what did I do? So I usually make a schedule like this before sleeping. And I have this weird habit of tearing this schedule and folding it and keeping it under my pillows and waking up and looking at the schedule. So it's sort of like 6:30 to 8:30 I do reading or brushing or yoga, and 8:30 to 10:30 I do some house chores. Everyone is doing some house chores, I feel like बन गए हो ठीक है पोछा करो झाड़ू करो लेकिन हाँ I feel that it's really good, it's very good. And then doing something between this, studying some stuff or something, and then watching a movie and sleeping, and so on. So it's very important to make a schedule the night before. See, earlier you had something to look forward to in your day. You had something planned, even if it was not written on paper, it was already planned that you will be doing this or that or something. But now that you are aimless, you do not have anything to do. You really should have a schedule that you can follow, because your mind is like your mind can be trained very well, and it's very innocent. If you train it well, it'll it'll give you some very good results, or otherwise you will get some really negative results, really negative ones. So do make a schedule, it's healthy, it's healthy to make a schedule. But also remember, this was about making a sked and you should also remember to not be hard on yourself. See, ultimately you are under a pandemic, right? There are so many people who are uh, suffering from some kind of mental illness and they have to stay at home. And I'm not talking about those people. I'm not saying that you should make a very rigid schedule, but you can just note down some things you like to do and you want to do. But this advice is for those people who feel that they are perfectly normal, right? And even if you feel that you're perfectly normal, you can never be hard on yourself, because being hard on yourself is sort of a negative has sort of a negative effect on your mind and body, you know for example you have for example you tend to use some negative adjectives for yourself. For example, oh no, how would I haven't even completed this assignment, it's almost the deadline, oh my god. And oh no, my career is finished, what will I do afterwards, and stuff. You tend to say a lot of negative words the moment you feel that a certain thing is not completed, a certain project is not completed, or your target is not achieved, or whatever. You be negative on yourself. If I talk about ladies, they be negative on themselves if they're not able to complete normal, the ladies who are staying at home, the people who work for the home, the ladies who work for the home, they sometimes feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough for the home, I'm not doing enough, I'm not cooking well, and that's the only job I've got. You are not only being silly, but also, it's very bad to be hard on yourself. It will have negative repercussions. You will run away from it, you will repel from the job, and you will repel from whatever it is, and this will lead to your mood swings, and you know people will you guys will feel more embarrassed about yourself. This will lead to insecurities, but it is not at all good. It's not at all good to be hard on yourself. So avoid being hard on yourself, especially during these times. It's also general advice, but especially during these times, hope is very important here. The importance of hope for a better tomorrow. It was just a bad day, it was just a bad day. I couldn't complete the assignments, so what? I will complete them now. That rejuvenation is very important, and that is very helpful. That will take you to an extent, you won't even you haven't even fathomed. You will go to those extents you haven't even imagined if you have hope. Hope is something which I was reading yesterday about, and hope is there in Bible. The importance of hope is there in our uh, Hindu mythologies. Hope for tomorrow, hope for a better tomorrow. Don't lose hope. You're not dying, right? You're not dying. Just shove off all the negativity and be hopeful. Be grateful, right, for your life. So, coming to the third thing I would like to emphasize on. So, the third thing I want to focus on is your sleeping and waking up time. I don't know how much should I focus on this. This is something, I am struggling with, but I try to have some hope for tomorrow. But I really want to improve my sleeping and waking up cycle. Very important. The other day I was reading this article in the newspaper which was saying that nowadays majority of the people are the sleeping time of them has changed from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. from this, which used to be there, to 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this will have hell lot of negative repercussions. Negative repercussions on the body, on health, on everything. It's very important to maintain a sleeping and waking up cycle. So the tip is again this: making a schedule a day before and looking forward for tomorrow. Until and unless you do not have a day to look forward to, you tend to just sleep on the bed. And I remember the number of days I do not make a schedule. I feel hopeless and I do not pay heed to waking up early. At the moment I have something to wake up to, like looking at beautiful sunsets on my terrace, or just drinking something like a lemon tea or something in the morning, or doing some yoga, or that's a motivation. Yeah, for those people who haven't even done yoga for a single day, let me tell you, it's very beautiful. Just try it once. I feel sad for you. No, just try it, okay? So yeah, it's very important to wake up and sleep on time. I follow, I make a schedule, or you can listen to some songs before sleeping. And one of the most important advices is just stop watching your screens before bed. Do not keep any mobile phones near your bed. Even if you want an alarm, you can just set an everyday alarm at the same time and keep it aside. You can keep it on the table nearby, or you can keep it on the floor, your mobile phone. Since nobody is coming to clean your house in the morning, they are not going to step on it. So that fear you had in your mind before, no cleaner is going to come and step on it. It's only you who has to clean. So just keep it on the floor, or keep it under the bed on the floor, and just cut the screen time before sleeping, and you will feel sleepy. That's because of the blue light you don't feel sleepy. And then what you can do is, some random advice. This is some random advice. Solve Sudoku. This is something which you can do anytime within the day. It almost takes me 30 minutes to solve a high or medium level Sudoku. It's almost like I love doing it, so I do it every day almost. And I used to do it every day. Now it's decreased because I've started solving it more easily. But I'll start it again, and then I'll find some difficulties. And I really want people who can solve Sudoku, or who are wanting to solve Sudoku, and I can challenge those people to know if these 30 minutes are less or more. So if there is anyone who solves Sudoku, they can comment in the section below and tell me the amount of time it takes you to solve it, right? And to those who are not solving Sudoku and want to solve it, I will deploy some specific videos on Sudoku, because it's like love. So yeah. And the next thing you can do in your day is, for those who are doing some preparing for competitive examinations, it's a very good time, you guys. You are lucky chaps getting this time, lucky chaps. Now for workout, I would like to suggest you some tips which I follow. Def. It is not something I used to follow before entering into college. This is something I've started following from entering into college, and now because it's quarantine, I've developed this habit of doing it daily. So when you're working out, you can take help from YouTube videos. Very beautiful. I would suggest some kind of types. So these are some types I've written by pausing the video so that it doesn't waste a lot of time. So this plyo workout, circuit training, power yoga, jogging at home, HIIT workout. HIIT is basically something which is very quick and very intense workout, right? High intensity training. So, and you can have some apps like Steps at Go, which will motivate you to walk at home, and you can gain some points, and you can even buy some things. I don't know. So you can install some apps which will help you walk some steps at home, right? And jogging at home is very, very nice. You get to jog for continuous 15 to 20 minutes, and it's very sweaty. To those who like running, they can wear their shoes at home and run at a single place, because that's the only option you have. Or you can run around your room, or go to the terrace, and you can deploy your time in that. So yeah, these are some YouTube suggestions I had for you. And you should, you have 24 hours in your day. You sleep for, let's suppose, 10 hours. I'm taking it the maximum, okay? 10 hours you're sleeping, and you are waking up around whatever time you wish to. The moment you wake up, brush your teeth, and just for 10 minutes, 10 minutes, you can do it for me. Just 10 minutes you can involve in some activity. Type something on YouTube and you'll get plenty of options, and then plenty of options. These are not limited. You have very different types of yoga after that too. You have Ramdev yoga and whatever. You will get weight loss training, you will get abs training, abs workout, leg workout, you'll get different multiple types of workouts. So you just do it for 10 minutes and see the results on your own after a month. Just don't leave these 10 minutes. And then I have observed people having eye strains during this time. Myself, I do have some eye strains after watching movies or like mobile, Insta, Facebook, whatever I do. So I have this kind of eye strains, and it feels so strange that these eye strains have increased, from the past few days. So it's very important that you do some eye exercises. Very, very important to do some eye exercises. Move your eyes. See, let's suppose this is your eyeball. Move your eyes left, right, up, down, right? Make a square, right? Go like this, go like this, make a circle. So basically, you are making all the geometrical shapes you learned in nursery and utilizing them with your making these shapes are made by eyeballs, right? You don't have to move your hands, you have to move your eyeballs. And now this is for those who are working at home and all students who are having some kind of online classes. Deaf, do head rotations and shoulder movements. Very important, because when you are sitting at one chair, right, throughout the day, you definitely tend to strain your back muscles, your cervical muscles here. These muscles, they strain a lot, and when they strain a lot, it leads to a lot of pain, and it's not good. It's not good to stay with this pain, and it'll increase over time. It'll it'll have really big side effects on your body when you grow up, if this pain persists every day and you don't do anything for it. So do some light head rotations and shoulder movements to to just get away with this pain. And you don't need a lot of minutes. You need 3 to 4 minutes to do this. That's it. You can do it anytime throughout the day while sitting on the chair. Do it. Just do it, right? And now, this is the pro tip. What is the pro tip? What is it? It is listening to songs. Listening to songs is the pro tip. Do not listen it like, do not be a monster and keep your earplugs on every single minute, right? I listen to a lot of songs, but I tend to, there are days when the earphones or whatever I have is there on my head. It's almost like it's there 3 to 4 hours throughout the day on my head. More than that, maybe sometimes, but avoid this. Avoid it. Don't do that, but do listen to few songs while walking. When you listen to songs, uh, sleep or walk around, you'll feel really nice. And also do remember that you should have some light walks inside your house, walk around not 1,000 steps, 100 to 200 steps after you eat something, after you eat your lunch or breakfast or dinner, because otherwise तुम्हें गैस हो जाएगी. So you should avoid this. To avoid this, you should walk for around 10 to 100 to 200 steps. You should walk after dinner or after lunch. After dinner, you should have more steps, right? After lunch, you can have just these many are sufficient. This with 10-minute workout, and trust me, you will be in your stable body, right? And your mind will not flicker, and you will feel beautiful, very beautiful. And try doing this, and write me down in the comment section below how you felt after doing this. If you found this helpful, then you should definitely have message it to me and in the comment section. And if you like it, then do like the video, subscribe the channel, and share the video. Cool. Bye bye.